What's up, guys? Kilo 1 here. I haven't done a video in a while, but bringing you one today. So let's get to it. Alright, this one is going to be about archery. Start off, this is my bow. It is a Bear Grizzly. It is a 58-inch bow and has a 60-pound draw. So I can target shoot with it, or I can hunt with it. It's a nice bow. I really like it. I've had it for about 5 years now. It's held up really well, and it's a very smooth shooter. Got the Flemish twist string on there with just some standard silencers. Alright. What this video is really about is this. This is my survival slash bug out slash primitive camping quiver. And for those of you who don't know what a quiver is essentially just what holds your arrows. They can be on your hip, they can be on your back, they can be attached to your bow. This one goes around my back. And it's got a bunch of stuff on here. I'm going to show you all of it right now. Okay, so on the side here, I just have a wool blanket attached with some 550 cord. And it's just your standard. I think it's 6.5 feet or 7 feet by 4 feet. And then rolled up in it, I have an 8x10 camo tarp, which is like $6 at Rural King. You know, multiple uses for these. You keep the rain off you. You can make a makeshift tent out of them. You can use them as a floor for your bed, or you know, if you make like a lean-to or something, or you can use it to waterproof your lean-to. Either way, multiple uses, great thing to have. This is the blanket. I'm pretty sure it's about 4 feet wide, but it's just your standard wool blanket. I got this one at Bud K. Let's see. Yeah, so it's about 4 feet by 6.5 feet. 50% wool. The other's some form of synthetic fiber. All I know is it dries really fast if you get it wet, and it keeps you really warm. It's a good thing to have. They're cheap, man. They're like $11 or something on Bud K. All right. Down here, so I got some 550 cord here. Got this off Amazon. This is just a roll of 550 cord by Titan paracord. This is their, I guess, woodland color they called it. I like it. I wouldn't say it's a woodland color, but it looks good. This is a Condor dump pouch, but I'm using it for something else because it's just a big open pouch you can put a lot of crap in. So I'm using this for, I have tent stakes in here to anchor my tarp into the ground. These are just the Coleman ABS plastic tent stakes. They hold up pretty well. I like them. And then my Eno hammock is in there. These are great. They're a little pricey. I remember paying for it, and I'm like, dude, I'm paying $60 for a freaking hammock. But it's really lightweight, and this is a two-person one. So they compact, really small. They're easy to get in and out of the bag. The bag is actually attached to the hammock, so you just fold everything back up in there. I'll probably do a review on this by itself. I should, because it's a really good product. So, and if you're using the dump pouch for something, great. If not, folds up really nicely and out of the way. Alright, I got my arm brace here. Goes on your forearm. So when you're shooting, the string slaps you, it doesn't hurt that bad. Because it hurts. If you don't have one on, you get a good slap from that string. Especially from a powerful bow. I mean, mine's 60 pounds. But there's, 70, 80 pound bows out there. I would hate to get slapped with one of those. This is my 3-finger glove to protect my fingers from the bowstring. It's just leather. I've had this for a while and it's held up pretty nice. I got my cold steel tomahawk attached to the side. I just put it through one of the MOLLE loops, and then I attached it down here with some 550 cord. But you can take it out pretty easy. So it just slides right out. And then I've got my Heritage traditional arrows. These are excellent. It says a 400 spine on it, 400 grain spine. Just some field points on there because I usually use them for target practice, but I got some broadheads, some camo colored fletchings. Now these I got when I was up in North Carolina on my honeymoon recently. Just got married. Ring. My life is over. Just kidding. Alright, so yeah, and I found this neat shop. I'm pretty sure it's family ran. It's called New Rivers Archery, and it's just outside of Boone, North Carolina. Really good place. These fletchings have held up beautifully. Put them on there. They're very knowledgeable over there. They custom make bowstrings. They cut arrows to whatever you like. They know exactly what you need. All you gotta do is tell them what kind of bow you have, and they'll hook you up. And their prices are extremely reasonable. These are awesome arrows. He put the fletching. You get to pick your own color fletching. He put them on there, and he only charged me $10 an arrow. So that's extremely cheap for some high quality arrows like that. All right. So this is actually a Condor. I know, sorry, I'm a Condor queer. I get it. All right, but I like Condor. They make good stuff. As I've said 100 times before, good stuff for a great price. So this is a Condor medical pouch, but I'm using it as a survival kit. So on the inside, see, I got a lot of stuff crammed in here. So I've got a lighter here. I've got a box of waterproof matches underneath. 2 sets of 2 forms of starting fire. I've got just a bag of 357 rounds here because I always usually carry my Ruger Blackhawk out into the bush with me. I think I have 12 rounds in there, plus the 6 I carry in my gun. I've got 3 rolls of toilet paper out of an MRE. I've got 2 of the moist towelettes, and then I have a bunch of alcohol prep pads here underneath. Alright, I got some bowstring wax to maintain my bowstring when I'm out. This is actually a Crossman pellet container, but I'm using it as a fishing kit. I've got about 100 feet of line right here. I've got some lures. I've got a couple treble hooks, a bobber, and some weights. I also have a little spinner bait and just some little grubs in there. I got some circle hooks in there too. That's just a small fishing kit. Alright, back to it. I've got some band-aids underneath here. There's a little pouch underneath here, or a pocket, and then I've got some gauze pads. I also have a gauze roll there, an extra bowstring. I've got a chem light. These are really good. These emergency blankets by SOL, Survive Outdoors Longer. In reality, it means you're shit out of luck if you have to use it. But these are really nice because they're coated in this plastic, which helps prevent them from tearing, because once Mylar tears, it just keeps going, it doesn't stop. So these are really good, and they're not that expensive. They're like $4 or $5 on Amazon. I've got 2. I've got one in my bug out bag and one in now my survival quiver pack. So I've got that. Got a Gerber Multi-Tool. It just has your standard Phillips head, flathead. It's got a knife. This knife is actually wicked sharp. I've cut myself a couple times with it, and this pair of scissors is actually pretty strong. I like Gerber. I think they make great stuff. Alright, so my camera shut off for some reason. Great. Anyways, so I was on the multi-tool. Yep, so I got that. In there, I got a pair of tweezers. They fell out, but they're in there for, you know, just little jobs or getting splinters out. Focus camera. Yeah. And I think that's pretty much it. Oh, and some chapstick. Gotta have that in there. Alright, so now on to the quiver itself. It's not really even a quiver. It's actually a gun case. It's one of the backpack gun cases, you know, that you put your shotgun or your rifle in, you sling it on your back. But what I found is it makes an excellent quiver. You can adjust this at the bottom here, however you like it. Some people like their quiver to be more angled. I like mine a little more straight up on my back. Yeah, and it's great. I mean, you can attach it to your tactical vest if you want to with these MOLLE straps. It comes with MOLLE straps too. I just took them off because I usually just wear it as is. I don't attach it to anything. Or you can attach it to your bug out bag, and then you can attach a bunch of stuff to it, which is really nice. You know, I just had this thing laying around, and I was like, it looks kind of cool. Let me try it out, and then it worked great. And as you can see, this is a dozen arrows in here, so you could easily have 2.5 dozen arrows in there if you really wanted to fill it up. I usually have a bow fishing arrow in here too that I take. I got it's in the garage though, but I got a spool of line I keep. Just put it down in there. You can see this thing opens up really wide. You can put a lot in there. So I just put it down there. Keep my fishing arrow there too while I'm out in the bush, you know, so I don't have to rely just on small game. I could bow fish and get my food that way as well. So yeah, guys, that's my quiver that I use for either, you know, primitive camping or take it on hikes, or it could be used in a survival situation. I think archery is not only just a great sport, I think it's great for survival. You know, you can survive with a bow. You can take big game with a bow. You could take an enemy with a bow and arrow, and quietly. That's a, you know, one of the best points of it. You can take out or dispatch something extremely quietly. You know, whether it's you're surviving but you need to hunt food, you don't want to shoot a gun and draw attention to yourself, you can use a bow. Again, I think it's great. I think it's a good survival tool, especially in areas where you're not allowed to own guns. A bow is an excellent option for survival or defense. Alright guys, so that's it. Leave some comments, let me know what you think. Alright, take care.